as the Jags get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Hey, check 24.
Throwing again. Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this. What we got? They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Here's Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Focus, defense, focus. Check. Tight. Protein spill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
You get
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And some room to work. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 67 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, Jaguars 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Watch out, watch out.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, got 4. Rush in.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 44. Let's go, D.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They come out here in the eye. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Ready? Check. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14, Jaguars 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Great. Hey, Alpha. Johnson, hit.
Now Foles. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Jaguars. Keelan Cole, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Ingram. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Switch.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Jackson from the shotgun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 24, Foles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Waiting. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check. Hey, Silver. 12.
Foles. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Check 26. 1.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 68 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, good move.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Watch the screen.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. To throw is Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go. Henry, 47. No chance. Hustle. March 47. All day, baby, all day.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
You can't block me.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and goal.
Check. Watch twist. 44, Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On the return is Jones. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Just like that. Catch it.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tight end Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wide 80. Check 48's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. You go.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Slam. 48 the mic. That's
61, matchbox lights.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hey, Caden.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, it's Blue. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go. 180.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want.
They'll look to throw here on first down. get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Wormley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, every day, any day.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 42 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
You must be dreaming. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, tight end. Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. This throw over the middle, taken in by Cole. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Foles now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Here we go. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Foles. And incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Yeah, go, let's go, let's go.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Move. Danny. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check 41. Let's get the ball.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Foles. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Keelan Cole, the intended target. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
You got 3. 3 down. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Calais Campbell. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down. Again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith. And it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard. On the set. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.